What's up, my loves? Today, we're hiking through the woods. It's a little bit shaky, and that's okay. So just sitting here having a conversation with myself about resistance to allowing, which is what we've been talking about recently, right? So, of course, I'm resistant to the idea and concept that things could be beautifully just working out for me. Of course, I'm resistant. Of course, the idea and concept that I don't have to try hard would be something that feels counterintuitive to me. Why? Because I've been being told and receiving the story that I'm not good enough for my entire life, as have most of us, right? And sometimes your parents may have just directly told you that you're not good enough. And other times, we receive these messages in our own childhood conditioning, right? Because we're receiving messages of, what do I want to say? I want to say the way that your parents kind of naturally respond to your own curiosities as a child, to your own experiences, to you just kind of not knowing things and needing to learn. A lot of your parents just weren't good teachers, just didn't have kindness and compassion and patience with you, and you were raised with the unfair expectation that you were supposed to just know how to live life, or that you were supposed to only need to be told something once or twice or a couple of times before you understood it. And so, as you're moving through life and you're moving through this experience, you're learning through your childhood conditioning that you have to be different than who you naturally are. Example, in high school, I'm naturally the person who doesn't want to work hard. I don't want to work hard. You got me from 7 a.m. to 2:30, 3 o'clock in the motherfucking afternoon. And if I have extracurriculars, you have me all fucking day, and you think that I'm going to take my ass home and continue to do work after you have me working all fucking day? Got me fucked up. I was not doing work in high school. I was not doing homework in high school. I wasn't doing homework in college. And this experience really taught me as I was moving through high school, just the hair situation is okay. As I was moving through my high school experience, I kept being told, you're not working hard enough. You're not getting good enough grades. You're not doing enough work, basically. And if you don't do this work, and if you don't do what I say, and if you don't do more than what you're already doing, then you won't be successful. And what does you won't be successful mean? It means you won't go to college, because if colleges see D's on your report card, then they're going to throw out your application and all of this other shit, right? And so you're moving through life. I'm moving through life. Like, honestly, I was stressed. I was so incredibly stressed as I moved through my high school experience, because I know that I want college, and I know that I want to go to school after high school, and I know that I want more for myself, and I know that I want to be successful, but I don't want to do this extra work that makes me tired and exhausted. I want to go home and I want to watch The Office. I want to go home and I want to watch Parks and Rec. I want to go out. I want to do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends. And me and my hood rat friends are not sitting around doing homework. That's not my desire. I got messages over and over and over and over again when I was in high school that I basically was probably not going to go to college, because no college would want me based on my grades and all of this other extra shit, right? But what happened? I went to college, and not only did I go to college, I went to the best college that I could have gone to in terms of my own personal growth, in terms of my spiritual awakening, in terms of going to college in New York City, greatest city in the fucking world. Had I done the thing that I didn't want to do, had I shown up and was doing homework 24 fucking 7 and I was getting straight A's, I probably would have went to a UC. I probably would have went to a CSU 100%. Why? Because that's all that colleges act like exists, or all that high schools act like exists in the state of California, right? And that's what everybody else wants to do. And, because success means something about you. If you're not going to a UC, where the hell are you going? You know what I mean? When I was graduating college, and yes, CSUs were an option, and I did get accepted to some, or one. I don't really remember. I did get accepted to one. Anyway, UCs were not an option. I couldn't even apply to UCs because I didn't meet the requirements. Now, when I was in high school, looking at the UC campuses, none of them really stood out to me. I wasn't ever like, oh my God, I could see myself going here. I want to be here. But because I was put in a position where I couldn't even apply to UCs, I had to open myself up completely in a way that I never would have had I not been eligible to apply to UCs. So when I was getting ready to graduate high school, when it was time to apply for colleges and stuff, I was looking at colleges and universities all over the United States. I was looking at the different types of applications and who wants me to apply to their school, that wants to hear my story, that wants to hear more than grades and GPAs and obedience, who wants to know me, who wants me as a person and what I can bring and my potential that I know that I have, and all of these other things. And then I just naturally, one day, I remember I was on Google and I just looked up colleges in New York City. And then the rest was literally history. And I don't know where my life would be had I followed the path of doing the work that everybody told me that I had to do in order to be successful. And so basically, one of the things that we recognize here is that we're talking about the flow. We're talking about the fact that what you want in your life is naturally unfolding for you and is naturally being brought towards you, right? And so this experience, my inner being who knew the life experience that I wanted to have for myself. Ooh, we gotta finish this talk before I keep walking, because bitch, this is uphill. My inner being who knew the lifestyle that I was gonna want for myself before I knew it. My inner being who knew she's gonna be a healer, she's gonna be a teacher, but she's not gonna become a professor right away. She's not going to become a doctor. My inner being who knew she wants something more. She wants to be put on this path, even when I didn't know it consciously. My inner being set me up so beautifully. Life had been orchestrated so wonderfully for me. Hold on. I got to turn around this way, girl, because that's downhill. So basically what we're saying is, if I had done what everybody else wanted me to do, what everybody else told me to do, what felt counterintuitive to me at the time, even while as I was doing it, everybody is saying you're going to be a failure. My grades are saying you're going to be a failure. You're not going to make it where you want to make it in life. If I had really listened to that and internalized it, which I did, and that's also a point that we're getting to. But if I had internalized that so much that I allowed it to stop me, that I didn't go to college, or that I had went to another college, I don't know where my life would be today. So talking about the part of me that internalized this, because you're having one living experience, right? And people telling you over and over again that you're not good enough, you're not going to be successful. Listen, that shit does get to you. Why? Because we're human. Why? Because we are sensitive. Why? Because we're emotional people. Because emotion is everything. We're living in an emotional universe. What is vibration? Vibration is emotion. You boil this universe down. You get emotion. You get feeling in every single thing. If there's no feeling in it, it's out of alignment. So basically, you internalize. A part of me internalized everything that I heard. You're not good enough. You're not working hard enough. You're not doing enough. You always have to be doing more. And so as an adult, as an entrepreneur in my business, this voice, this experience in my mind of you should be doing more, you should be putting out more videos, you should be putting out more content, you should be sending out more emails, you should be, all of these things that I'm not feeling naturally called to do. There are seasons in business. Okay, as a business owner, sometimes you're on, it's popping, you're going, you're posting content all of the time, you're in that wave. Sometimes you're in that kind of ebb season where it's just time to rest and it's time to go within yourself. And this is just natural, right? So as I'm in this period of rest, as I'm in this period of rejuvenation, as I'm in this period of chill, there's that aspect of me, that voice that's like, okay, you're not doing enough. Okay, you need to do more. Okay, you need to be trying harder. Okay, you need to be filming these videos. Okay, you have to do this, because if you don't do this, then the clients aren't going to find you, and all of these other things. And we're just recognizing that that's not true. We're recognizing that that's not true. We're recognizing that the story that you've been telling yourself, that I've been telling myself because other people have been telling me at my entire life, high school was just one example, that you're not good enough, that you have to be doing more in order to be successful. It's not true. Because look at your previous experience and how no matter what you did or didn't do, you still ended up in this position where you have the opportunity to step into a position of empowerment in your life and consciously co-create the life experience that you want for yourself, which is to allow this life experience that you're wanting and desiring to naturally unfold and manifest in your reality. That's what it means to be allowing. That's what it means to be going with the flow. And the work that we do, healing, is to release that resistance. Right? Or release our resistance to this process that is naturally happening to us. And so I'm just saying that it's okay for that part of you that feels like, what do you mean life is just naturally unfolding for me? What do you mean I don't have to post every 5 seconds in order to get the clients to want to work with me? What do you mean I don't have to have this hard, concrete schedule? What do you mean I don't have to be working harder? What do you mean I don't have to be somebody that I'm not in order to be successful? What do you mean I don't have to be somebody that I'm not in order to be worthy of love? So it's okay. Of course, this feels counterintuitive to me. Of course, allowing myself to rest and not having to be on all the time and not forcing myself to be who I'm not naturally. Of course, that feels counterintuitive to me. And at the same time, there is an aspect of me that has already known this, that I'm leaning on more and more every single day. There is an aspect of me that already knows that I'm naturally being headed to. What if that aspect of you that's lazy is the aspect of you that already knows where you're headed? What if the aspect of you that's lazy is the aspect of you that knows it's already working out for you? And if it would bring you more joy, more happiness, more peace, and more better feeling life experience, not to work your ass off, then that's what you should do. What if that aspect of you is the aspect of you that is so wise enough to understand that and to have grasped that already? So that's what we're throwing out here. It's okay that it feels counterintuitive. Of course it feels counterintuitive. And right now you're just opening yourself up more and more to the idea and concept that I might just be good enough as I am. You're opening yourself up more and more to the idea and concept that I might just naturally know what steps need to be taken and know what needs to be done and all of these different things to get me exactly to where I'm wanting to be. I might just be being guided by my inner being to my desires at all times. I might just be enough. And so if I'm just enough right now, and what I am needing in my just enoughness is to rest, is to replenish, is to relax, is to chill, is to watch the reel and do nothing, then maybe that's just in alignment with my highest good. And maybe that's not going to hinder me. Maybe it's going to help me improve, advantageous to me in the future. Okay? That's all that I have to say. Food for thought. I have a free digital journal linked in the description box. Go get that. Get clarity on your life, your vision, what you're creating for yourself, where you are in relation to it. I've got lots of healing tools that you can purchase for yourself. Affirmations. You want to start diving deeper into your subconscious. There's workshops, there's journals. And of course, if you want to work with me one-on-one, links on how to do that are in the description. I love you guys so much. Sending you so much joy and happiness and abundance and fulfillment and flow. I'll talk to you later because I'm lost. Bye.